I think everybody experiences the creative paradox where they feel that they are creating, but at the same time, it's not unique.
So it's often said that anything worth saying has already been said, but that doesn't mean that you stop talking. At
But
the end
how
of
do
the
you
day,
motivate yourself?
so you motivate yourself because it's your story to tell. Even though that story could be inspired by something,
Yeah.
the moment you lend your voice to it, it becomes yours.
3000 years ago, Ecclesiastes stated that there is nothing new under the sun. So, whatever you're creating, sometimes you get so demotivated thinking that, oh my god, there's just such a large pool of people who are.
That was said 3,000 years ago. Look how far humanity has come from 3,000 years
Yeah.
till this point of time. The last few centuries have been the most productive.
My question is that how do you counter the anxiety that you feel? I mean, Harold Bloom in his book, The Anxiety of Influence, talked about this, that all the poets were highly influenced. They were haunted by the poets of the past, but at the same time, they were also suffocated by them. For example, Milton wrote after William Shakespeare. Wordsworth was writing poetry after Milton. T.S. Eliot had an entire tradition before him. So, how does one find that kind of motivation and encouragement within oneself to feel that, okay, I will be able to create something unique?
Austin Kleon's Steal Like an Artist described it beautifully. You know, it's not whether the story is yours, it's whether the combination which you are adopting is yours and is
Yeah.
unique to you,
Yeah.
right?
Have you watched the film adaptation?
Yeah, so Charlie Kaufman's work
yes.
is unique.
He was trying to write a screenplay for a very long time, but he was failing to do so. So he introduced that paralysis into the screenplay.
And
So-
that's what made it unique, and that's why he won the Oscar.
Yes, yes.
Right.
What you're saying is that you don't have to actually get around the problem. Maybe the problem is the story.
The problem is the story. The imperfections make the story beautiful.
So one just has to go on, persevere, and
Tell your story. That's important.
all creators face a lot of competition. So how do you deal with that?
So Nassim Taleb actually talked about it beautifully. He talks about narrative fallacy, which talks about the fact that your enemy and that the problem is not competition,
Yeah.
but comparison at the end of the day. So when you're comparing your work with others, that is the problem. Might be a lot of people creating things. So competition is not the issue. The problem starts when you start comparing.
Ultimately, what you're saying is that even if the pool is full, one really doesn't have to care. One just has to jump right in.
Yes, the water doesn't care how crowded it is. Only you do.